Hi everybody, this is Alicia and welcome to the first part of the four-part All About Twitter series. In this first video, we'll be taking a look at what Twitter.com looks like, the components of a Twitter page. We'll look at your profile, how to set that up, and then we'll also just talk briefly about why Twitter. As an educator, why use Twitter? So first of all, this is Twitter.com. If you go on your browser to just Twitter, this is what it looks like. Also, if you have the Twitter app on your device, it'll look something similar to this as well. There are other apps that we'll look at in the fourth part of our series, but for right now, we'll just keep it simple. So here I am logged in to my Twitter.com page. So the very kind of main component of the page is this big white space here, and that is my Twitter feed. Everybody here, and you can see that I am following 150 people. Every time one of these 150 people tweets something or retweets someone else's tweet, it'll show up here. And so you can see here Jimmy Casas, he's just tweeted 13 seconds ago, and here it is. Here is a retweet. This one's a retweet. So all of the little green boxes mean that this person has actually retweeted someone else's post. So as you go down here, it's just a list, a running list of all of the things that people are talking about in my network. Over here we've got my profile box, so you can see just at a glance some of your pertinent statistics. You can either even compose a new tweet from here. Down here it's got trends, and so these are the things that people all around the world who are on Twitter are talking about. Hashtags, we'll talk about hashtags in a few in video number 3. And then also just some different topics that are being written about in Twitter posts. So it's kind of interesting because the Philippines is one of the most heavy Twitter users of all countries around the world, and so oftentimes there will be some Tagalog phrases in here, and you can see right here we've got Miss Philippines Earth 2014, so that's pretty cool. Over here then it just gives me some suggestions based on some of the people who I follow, who Twitter thinks I might like to follow as well. So this is home. Notifications tells me if someone new follows me or if someone retweets or favorites something that I've posted. I don't use the discovered tag. I don't really find it useful, so maybe somebody else will and they can tell me why they think it's useful. And then here if you click on me, this is where you set up your profile here. Tells you how many tweets you've made, how many videos and photos you've posted, how many people you're following, how many followers you have, and then how many or what things you've favorited. So favoriting is kind of cool. It's sort of like a bookmark. As you go through and you're reading Twitter posts, any Twitter post that you really like and you want to save, you can click the little star to favorite it, and then it's all saved right in here. Following, if you click there, it shows you all of the different people or institutions, companies, etc. that you follow. And then it just tells you, shows their little profile statement as well. And then just a list of the tweets that you've made. Over here, it's important to have some statement about who you are. So since I'm really talking about using Twitter professionally, it's important to have what you teach, what grade level, what subject area, any special interests that you might have. So mine are technology and social media, professional development, and then maybe a few things about what you like to do personally. So this just helps to make you kind of a well-rounded person to be on Twitter. And so some of the people who are most notable, particularly in education, they'll have something like this. And maybe if you have a website or a blog, you can put that in there as well. And then it's always important to have your profile picture. It doesn't always have to be your actual picture, although that's really nice and people tend to like knowing that they're actually communicating with a real person. But anything that's kind of specific to you or makes your profile picture more personal. But just don't leave the default egg. So people always say crack the egg if someone's left up their little egg for too long. Alright, so then you might be wondering, well, why Twitter? And since we're, again, talking just about education, for me, it's been the #1 most important professional development tool that I have ever found. I love conferences and I love workshops, but those are only happening a few times a year. And they're great for the booster, they're great for re-energizing yourself or to make new connections and expand your network of real people. But here, Twitter is a day-to-day professional development tool. I've gotten so many new resources, so many new ideas. I've been able to change my thinking in different ways about some topics that I thought I knew something about. And so if I think I might know something about how, oh, I don't know, you should do internet safety with students. I kind of came here before I started using Twitter thinking I knew kind of the best way to do that. But then as I've started to follow more and more people, my thinking has changed about that. I've actually engaged in a few discussions back and forth with some different people, and it's been a way for me to expand my network exponentially. And to challenge myself, challenge my thinking, because when you're on Twitter, you're not just privy to the people who are in your immediate vicinity. And maybe the people in your immediate vicinity, in your immediate school or region, you might all have a certain perspective about something. But when you're on Twitter, you can be connected with people from all over the world in all different kinds of schools. And so those kinds of people are the ones that I think challenged me the most. And you've got people in higher education, people coming even from the public sector, people in all different grade levels. So I find Twitter to be really exciting and really real and immediate and day to day. And we'll look at hashtags in a few videos, but those are a great way to actually connect with people in your same grade level, teaching the same subject that you do. Maybe you're finding a counselor's hashtag and you can have discussions with other counselors. So this is Twitter, this is why I love it, and then stay tuned for the next few videos where we break it down even more.